Today we discussed about plus 1 biology, chapter 3, plant kingdom. We already discussed about the 5 kingdom classification. Then in this lesson it includes algae, bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms and angiosperms. Algae, bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms and angiosperms. These all groups are under kingdom plantae. At the first part of this textbook, we discussed different types of classifications. There are different types of classification. That means artificial system of classification, natural classification, phylogeny classification, numerical taxonomy, cytotaxonomy and chemotaxonomy. First, artificial system of classification. This gives equal importance to vegetative and sexual characteristics of the plants. That means vegetative means the vegetative parts, that like stem, roots, leaves, etc. and sexual characteristics that depends upon the floral characters. This system not accepted because of vegetative characters are easily affected by environment. Then the next natural classification. Natural classification based on natural affinities among the organisms and consider external and internal features like ultrastructure, anatomy, embryology, photochemistry, etc. Anatomy means the internal structure of the plant. Embryology means the reproductive parts that deal with all developmental stages. And phytochemistry, the chemicals. Then it is introduced by George Bentham and Joseph Dalton Hooker. Next, phylogeny classification system. This based on evolutionary relationship between various organisms. In this system, organisms belonging to the same taxa, that means classification, have a common ancestor. It based on evolutionary relationship between various organisms, living creatures. In the system organisms belong to the same taxa, that is the part of classification, have a common ancestor. Fourth, numerical taxonomy. It based on all observable characteristics. Number and codes are assigned to all characters and data use computer for analysis. Last, cytotaxonomy and chemotaxonomy. Cytotaxonomy, and chemotaxonomy. Taxonomy means arrangement of plants comprises their characteristic features. In cytotaxonomy, that based on cytological information. Cytology means the study of cells. It is based on cytological information like chromosome number, structure and behavior. Chromosomes are the hereditary carriers. The chromosome number vary from one species to another. Then chemotaxonomy that use chemical constituents of the plant to resolve confusions. Next, we coming through the part of algae, different types of algae. The algal body, plant body is known as thallus. They are thalloid. What is the meaning of thallus or thalloid? In algal case, plant body devoid of conductive tissues like xylem and phloem. There is no xylem and phloem seen in algal body. So, the plant body is known as thalloid or thallus. Habitat. They are usually seen in moist areas like moist soil, wood, etc. Lichens are also included in this group algae. Lichens are the association of algae with fungal partner. Lichens are the symbiotic association of algal partner with fungal partner. In animal case, sloth bear carry algae. There are different types of algae are seen. Some of them colonial forms, that is example Goldbox. Some filamentous forms, Spirogyra and Eulothrix. Giant kelps. Kelps are big tree-like algae that usually seen in oceans. Example, Cara. Colonial members. Goldbox. Filamentous. Eulothrix and Spirogyra. Then giant kelps. That is tree-like members that are usually seen in oceans. Example, Cara. Here we can see the structure of Goldbox colony and Spirogyra like members. This Goldbox colony with daughter colonies. This is one filament. This is one cell of the filament. This is another cell. It is a filamentous algae. Example, Spirogyra. This is the structure of Spirogyra with two cells. we discussed the general features of algae. These are the some general features. Then next feature, reproduction. Vegetative means fragmentation. Fragmentation means breaking of the parts. These breaking parts raise new plants. Vegetative means fragmentation. Asexual reproduction means different types of spores. Asexual reproduction means different types of spores. That is usually known as zoospores. Asexual spores usually known as zoospores. There are different types of spores are also seen. Aplonospores, hypnospores, etc. like spores are already seen, but we can study about only zoospores. The zoospores are flagellated, motile and give rise to new plants. The zoospores have the capability of give rise to new plants. They are usually flagellated and motile. Motile means moving. Flagellus are usually seen. Biflagellate condition usually seen in algae, zoospores. Sexual means isogamy, anisogamy and oogamy are seen. Sexual reproduction means isogamy, anisogamy and oogamy. It is by the fusion of gametes. Sexual reproduction means fusion of gametes. Plant body is haploid. So gametes are also haploid. Haploid means half number of chromosomes. In case of algae, fungi and bryophytes, plant body is haploid. They carry half number of chromosomes. So gametes are also haploid. Plant body of algae are haploid. What is isogamy? Isogamy means gametes are in similar size. That is, male and female gametes are in similar size. There are two types of isogamous gametes are seen. Motile flagellated in case of Eulothrix and non-motile non-flagellated in Spirogyra. Isogamy means the male and female gametes are similar in size. Two types of gametes are usually seen. Some of them are motile flagellated. Motile flagellated. Example, in case of Eulothrix. The Eulothrix gametes are motile and flagellated. In case of Spirogyra, this is the picture of Spirogyra. Gametes are non-motile and non-flagellated. Gametes are non-motile, that means no movement, and non-flagellated. Example, Spirogyra. Next type of reproduction anisogamy. Anisogamy. Here we discussed about the common characters of algae. Then we discussed about different types of algae with the different characters. Now, anisogamy. Gametes are dissimilar in size. The male and female gametes are dissimilar in size. For example, Odorina. In anisogamy, male and female gametes are dissimilar in size. Example, Odorina. Third type of sexual reproduction, oogamy. Here, one large non-motile and one small motile gamete. Usually, female gametes are large in size and non-motile without a movement. But male gametes are smaller in size and flagellate with motility. Such a type of reproduction is known as oogamy. In oogamy, female gametes are usually larger in size, non-motile, without a flagellum. But in male gamete, they are small and motile with flagellum. Examples: bollworms and fucus. Next topic, importance of algae. Here we discuss the importance of algae. First, at least half of the total carbon dioxide fixation on Earth carried out by algae through photosynthesis. We already know the process of photosynthesis. It is a fixation of carbon dioxide. Plants utilize carbon dioxide and water in presence of sunlight. They produce glucose, that is photosynthesis. Through this process, carbon dioxide fixation takes place. At least half of the total carbon dioxide fixation on Earth carried out by algae through photosynthesis. Next, the help of dissolved oxygen in water. Algae usually seen in water. So, through the process of photosynthesis, the byproduct oxygen dissolved in water. This dissolved oxygen is utilized by water animals, that is mainly fishes. Dissolved oxygen. Oxygen is the byproduct of photosynthesis. Algae usually seen in water bodies. So, this oxygen dissolved in water. This dissolved oxygen is utilized by aquatic animals. Next, 70 species of marine algae used as food. 70 species of algae used as food. Example, Porphyra, Laminaria, Sargassum. Porphyra, Laminaria, Sargassum. They are utilized as food. Act as hydrocolloids, that is, they have the capability of water holding. Example, algin from brown algae, carrageen from red algae. Agar is obtained from Gelidium and Gracilaria, used as grow microbes and preparation of ice creams and jellies. Some algae act as hydrocolloids. They have water holding substances. Hydrocolloids are water holding substances. Example, algin extract from brown algae and carrageen obtained from red algae. Agar is obtained from Gelidium and Gracilaria. This agar is used to grow microbes and preparation for ice creams and jellies. Next importance, unicellular algae rich in protein used as food supplement for space travelers. Space travelers usually use algae as food supplement, so they are rich in protein. Proteins extracted from algae used as food for space travelers. In next part, we classify algae. There are different types of algae. The classification based on the pigments, the types of cell wall, etc. and habitat. Algae mainly classified into three classes. Class Chlorophyceae, class Phaeophyceae and next Rhodophyceae. First we learn about class Chlorophyceae. Class Chlorophyceae. They are green algae. Plant body usually unicellular filamentous or colonial forms. Some of them are plant body, some of them unicellular, some of them filamentous, and some colonial forms are also seen. Colonial algae. The green color obtained by the presence of chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B arranged in the cell organelle chloroplast. Green color obtained by the presence of chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B. They usually arranged in the cell organelle chloroplast. Chloroplasts may discoid, plate-like, reticulate, cup-shaped, spiral or ribbon-shaped in different species. There are different types of chloroplasts are seen. Chloroplasts may be discoid, plate-like, reticulate, cup-shaped, spiral or ribbon-shaped. In Chlamydomonas, we just draw the picture of Chlamydomonas. The chloroplast is cup-shaped. In case of Spirogyra, this is unicellular algae, this is filamental algae. The chloroplast is ribbon-shaped and spiral. There are pyrenoids are the reserve food material. Pyrenoids are the reserve food material. Excess food preserved as in the form of pyrenoid. Pyrenoids, protein and carbohydrates are arranged in special order. In Chlamydomonas, a single pyrenoid is seen attached to cup-shaped chloroplast, but in Spirogyra, numerous small pyrenoids are attached on these ribbon-shaped chloroplast. In some cases, in some other plants or algae, oil droplets may be the reserve food. Pyrenoids are a protein-carbohydrate combination, but in some cases, algal cases, oil droplets like fungus. In case of fungus, oil droplets are the reserve food. So, in some algal cases, also oil droplets may be the preserved food. But in this case, pyrenoids are the reserve food. They have rigid cell wall. In case of Chlorophyceae members, they have rigid cell wall, inner cellulose and outer pectose or pectin. Here a rigid cell wall made up of cellulose and coated with pectose or pectin. In the presence of water, these pectose or pectin produce mucilaginous texture. So Spirogyra are highly mucilaginous because the presence of pectin on the cell wall. Next is the reproduction of Chlorophyceae members. Reproduction of Chlorophyceae members. Asexual by zoospores produced in zoosporangia. Asexual reproduction means zoospores produced in zoosporangia. Sexual means of reproduction shows isogamy, anisogamy or oogamy. Some members show isogamy, some species show anisogamy or oogamy. Sexual reproduction may be isogamy, anisogamy or oogamy. That depends upon the species. Some examples of Chlorophyceae members, they are Chlamydomonas, Volvox, Eulothrix, Spirogyra and Cara. Examples, common examples, Chlamydomonas, Volvox. We already see the colony of Volvox. Spirogyra and Chara. Chara usually seen in oceans. Next class of algae, class Phaeophyceae. Next class Phaeophyceae. They are usually brown algae. They are brown colored algae. Primarily seen in marine habitat. They usually seen in marine habitat. They are from simple branched, that is filamentous forms, ectocarpus, branched forms, kelps, which may reach a height of 100 meters. They form simple branched or filamentous like ectocarpus. Branched or filamentous ectocarpus. Then giant kelps. Kelps look like large trees. They usually seen in marine habitat, which may reach the height of 100 meters. Example, sargassum. The pigments usually seen are chlorophyll A and chlorophyll C. Pigments chlorophyll A and chlorophyll C, carotenoids, xanthophylls, fucoxanthin. In Phaeophyceae members, the pigments are chlorophyll A and chlorophyll C, carotenoids, xanthophylls and fucoxanthin are seen in these members of Phaeophyceae members, algae. Reserve food. The compound carbohydrate in the form of laminarin or mannitol. Reserve food in the form of compound carbohydrates like compound carbohydrates in the form of laminarin or mannitol. The cell wall made up of cellulose and gelatinous coating of algin. The cell wall is made up of cellulose and gelatinous coating of algin. Gelatinous coating of algin. Protoplast contains plastids, centrally located vacuole and nucleus. The protoplasm means all content of the cell. Cytoplasm means protoplasm without a nucleus. Now, the protoplast That means the whole cell content contains different types of plastids. Then centrally placed large vacuole, centrally placed vacuole and nucleus. Plant body attached to substratum by a holdfast and a stalk-like style and leaf-like frond. Here is the picture, the holdfast, stripe and frond. This is the member of Phaeophaceae. Plant body attached to the substratum or bottom by holdfast and a stalk-like stipe and leaf-like frond. Then the leaves are usually known as frond because they are devoid of conductive tissues like xylem and phloem. So algae are non-vascular members. Their algae are devoid of xylem and phloem. So leaves are usually known as fronds. Roots are usually known as rhizoids. So these members of Phaeophaceae, the plant body with three distinct parts: holdfast that attached to the substratum and a stalk-like part and leaf-like fronds. Next, reproduction of Phaeophaceae. Reproduction of Phaeophaceae. Vegetative means fragmentation. Asexual means biflagellate zoospores. They may be pear-shaped flagella with unequal length. Vegetative reproduction means fragmentation. Asexual means biflagellate zoospores. These zoospores are pear-shaped. But the flagella are unequal in size with unequal flagella. One flagella is longer and other shorter in size. Sexual reproduction may be isogamy, anisogamy or oogamous. Sexual reproduction depend upon the members. They may be isogamous, anisogamous or oogamous. Sexual reproduction vary from isogamy, anisogamy or oogamy. Fusion of gametes take place in water or within the oogonium. In case of oogamous species, gametes are pyriform, that is pear-shaped and have two equal flagella. Example: Ectocarpus, Dictyota, Laminaria, Sargassum and Fucus. Sexual reproduction may be isogamous, anisogamous or oogamous. Fusion of male and female gametes take place in water. Fusion of gametes take place in water. But in case of oogamous species, the fusion took place in oogonium. But in case of oogamous species, the fusion of gametes took place in oogonium. The fusion of gametes took place in oogonium. Gametes are pyriform, that is pear-shaped and have two equal flagella. Examples of members: Ectocarpus, Dictyota, Laminaria, Sargassum, and Fucus. Now complete this class. Then the third class, Rhodophyceae. Next, after class Rhodophyceae. Class Rhodophyceae. They are red algae. Pigment phycoerythrin. Erythrin means red color. Pigment phycoerythrin. Majority are marine forms. They can see in presence of light and shaded areas also. They are usually marine and see in presence of light and also in shady areas. Live in presence of light or in shady areas. Thallus. Thallus means plant algal body without xylem and phloem conductive tissue. Thallus multicellular. Some of them have complex organization. Body organization. Thallus usually multicellular. Some of them have complex body organization. Stored food, that is reserve food, Floridian starch, that is structurally similar to amylopectin and glycogen. Stored food, Floridian starch. That is structurally similar to Floridian starch is structurally similar to amylopectin and glycogen. Then the reproduction of Phyophyceae members. Vegetatively by fragmentation, asexual by non-motile spores. Non-motile spores, sexually by non-motile gametes, sexual by oogamous and accompanied by complex post-fertilization developments. Reproduction. Vegetative by fragmentation, asexual by non-motile spores without a movement. Non-motile spores. Sexual reproduction by means of non-motile gametes. Gametes, male and female gametes without movement, that is non-motile. Then some members shows complex post-fertilization developments. Examples: Polysiphonia, Porphyra, Gracilaria and Gelidium. Examples of Rhodophysian members: Polysiphonia, Porphyra, Gracilaria and Gelidium. Now we totally discussed about three different classes of algae: their habitat, pigment, stored food, thallus, and different types of reproduction. Here is a column in the textbook. There are three classes: Chlorophyceae, Phaeophyceae, Rhodophyceae. Common name: green algae, brown algae and red algae. Major pigments of Chlorophyceae: chlorophyll A and B, starch reserve food, cell wall made up of cellulose, flagellar number and position of insertions 2 to 8 equal apical forms. Habitat. Then the Phaeophyceae characters and also included the Rhodophyceae characters. We already discussed about algae of kingdom Plantae. Then next members are bryophytes. These are the members of bryophytes: liverworts, mercantia, this moss plant and sphagnum. These are the common members of bryophytes. Bryophytes that under kingdom Plantae. Bryophytes are known as amphibians of plant kingdom. Amphibians of plant kingdom because they need the presence of water for completion of their life cycle. So they are known as amphibians of plant kingdom. The plant body is also known as thallus. In algal case, we also said plant body is thallus. So in bryophyte case, also known as plant body thallus. Plant body thallus. Without conductive tissues like xylem and phloem. So plant body is known as thallus. Then economic importance of bryophytes. Economic importance of bryophytes. They are pioneer community. They are pioneer community. What is pioneer community? The plant groups that enter into rough, rocky areas is known as pioneer community. In barren areas, the bryophytes members first invade the area. So, bryophytes are known as pioneer community. They help for sedimentation or decompose the rock and helps for soil formation. They helps for sedimentation of rocks and form soil. Or decompose rock to form soil. They are the pioneer community of barren areas and they help for soil formation. Sphagnum, a mass provide peat used as fuel. Sphagnum, the member sphagnum used as fuel. And also they have water holding capacity, so used for shipping of living materials. Mosses have water holding capacity. They hold water. So they are used for shipping of living material. Mosses used for shipping of living materials. These are the economic importance of bryophytes. Then the bryophytes are divided into two. They are liverbirds and mosses. Bryophytes commonly divided into two. First part, liverbirds. Then second part, mosses. Mercantia is an example of liverbird and moss plant is an example of moss. This is Funaria. Funaria is an example of moss. Mercantia is an example of liverbird. First we discussed about liverbirds. The main habitat of liverbirds are moist, shady areas, then banks of streams, marshy ground, damp soil and wood. Habitat, moist areas. They need water for completion of their life cycle, so they are known as amphibians of plant kingdom. Bryophytes are known as amphibians of plant kingdom because they need water for completion of their life cycle. So they are usually seen in moist areas. Thallus, that is plant body. Dorsiventral, they have upper and lower part, distinguished dorsal and ventral parts, closely pressed to the substrate. They are attached close to the substrate or soil. They are dorsiventral. In structure. In leafy members have leaves are known as fronds. There is no complete structure of leaf. Leaves are known as fronds without xylem and phloem. Members have tiny leaf-like appendages. Leaf-like appendages in two rows of stem-like structures. In leafy members have tiny leaf-like appendages in two rows of stem-like structures. Fragmentation seen in liverbirds. Fragmentation also seen in liverbirds. Asexual reproduction by formation of specialized structure gemmae. These are the gemmae cups. Asexual reproduction by gemmae. They are green multicellular asexual buds develop in small receptacle called gemma cups located on the thallus. They detach from the plant body and germinate to form new individuals. Asexual reproduction of liverbirds by gemmae. These are the gemmae attached on gemmae cups. They detach from the parent thallus and produce new individuals. Asexual reproduction by gemmae. Gemma singular, gemmae plural. Sexual reproduction. Organs produced either on same or different thalli. Here, the reproductive organs formed in different thalli. These thallus provide archegoniophore and this antheridophore. In this case, Mercantia, reproductive organs produced either on different thallus. Sporophyte depends on, these are the sporophytes, depends upon gametophyte. Thallus is a gametophyte, haploid, and sporophytes are diploid. The diploid sporophytic part depend upon the gametophytic thallus. The archegoniophore and antheridophore. These are the archegoniophore and this is the antheridophore. Here, this is the foot and this is the capsule. This is the foot and this is the capsule. Meiosis takes place in capsule. Haploid spores germinate to form new gametophytic plants. Again, sexual organ reproduce either on same or on different thalli. In Mercantia, the reproductive parts are seen on different thalli. Sporophyte depend upon, these are the sporophyte depends upon the gametophytic thallus. The archegoniophore and antheridophore have foot and capsule. Meiosis, that is reduction division, take place in capsule. This sporophyte is diploid to a number of chromosomes. Thallus with haploid half number of chromosomes. In algae and fungus and bryophytes, plant body is haploid. The sporophytic part depend upon gametophytic part. The antheridophore and archegoniophore with the foot and capsule. Foot, seta and capsule. This foot, this seta and capsule. In this liverworts, this is the foot, this is the seta and this is the capsule. Meiosis. This is diploid. Meiosis took place in diploid sporophyte to produce haploid spores. These haploid spores germinate into soil to form new members. In these antheridophore produce anthrozoids, biflagellated anthrozoids, that is the male gamete. After meiosis or reduction division, haploid anthrozoids or male gametes are produced. These haploid anthrozoids swim through the water and enter into the female archegonium. Archegonium with egg cell, that is haploid female gamete. This male gamete, haploid male gamete fuse with the egg cell of archegonium to produce diploid zygote. Then reduction division take place and haploid spores are formed. These haploid spores enter into the medium or surface to produce again haploid thallus. Then we discussed about the mosses. This is an example of moss plant. Like this is Funaria. Funaria is the member of moss plant, mosses. Example, Funaria. This is the life cycle of Funaria. This is the female thallus and this is the male thallus. This is gametophytic condition. The thallus is haploid, that is half number of chromosome. So this is known as gametophyte, haploid gametophyte with leafy structures and rhizoids. In this female plant, the reproductive part, archegonia, is formed. Within this archegonia, haploid egg cells are formed. In male thallus, the male reproductive organ antheridia are formed or developed. Here, haploid anthrozoids are formed inside the antheridia. These anthrozoids are biflagellate in condition. They swim through the water for completion of its life cycle. They are known as amphibians because these anthrozoids need water for swimming. These anthrozoids swim through the water and enter into the archegonium and fuse with the egg cell of the archegonia. Then zygotes are formed in the female part. Zygotes, that is diploid. Diploid zygote formed within the female plant or thallus. This zygote germinate to form sporophyte. This is the gametophytic part. The zygote develop partially parasitic sporophytic part, that is the spore bearing part. From this is diploid and this is haploid. Gametophytic phase is or gametophytic part is haploid and sporophytic, that is spore bearing part is diploid. Within the sporangium, this sporophyte with foot, setae and capsule. This sporophytic part with foot, setae and capsule. Within the sporangium, this is the calyptra or cap-like structure. Within the sporangium, meiosis or reduction division take place to form haploid spores. Haploid spores, meiosis take place in sporangium and haploid spores are formed. These haploid spores fell into the substratum and germinate to form next generation thallus. This is the life cycle of Funaria, the member of moss plant or moss group. Here, once again, moss plants are gametophytic, that is with a half number of chromosome, which consist of two types. Protonema stage. In the development of this gametophyte, they complete through two stages. First, a creeping structure, protonema stage. Protonema stage. The spores germinate to form a protonema structure that develop through the substratum, that is the protonema stage. Then the second stage, the protonema stage, which develops from the spores, haploid spores, creeping and greenish in color, branched and frequently filamentous structure. Branched filamentous structure that passing through the substratum. Then the next stage, leafy stage, develops from the secondary protonema. as lateral bud. They consist of upright, slender axis bearing spirally arranged leaves, rhizoids. Again, the spores germinate into the substratum. The first stage, protonema stage, which consists of the creeping, green, branched and filamentous form. Then in the next stage, that is second stage, leafy stage, arise from there. They consist of upright, slender axis with spirally arranged leaves and rhizoids, that is root-like structure, rhizoids. Then reproduction. Vegetative by fragmentation. Vegetative reproduction by fragmentation. Budding in the secondary protonema. Budding in the secondary protonema, also seen. Sexual reproduction, that is, here we discuss about the sexual reproduction. Sex organs, antheridia and archegonia, are produced at the apex of leafy shoot. After fertilization, that is a fusion of anthrozoids and egg cell, that is the fertilization, fusion of gametes, anthrozoids with haploid egg cell to produce zygote, that is fertilization. Produce sporophyte stage. Within this sporangium, that is diploid sporangium, meiosis takes place to form haploid spores. These haploid spores again produce next generation. Examples of mosses, funaria, then polytrichum and sphagnum are examples of mosses. This is sphagnum, this is funaria. Examples of mosses, funaria, polytrichum and sphagnum. This is the sexual reproduction of funaria. Next part, we discussed about pteridophytes, that include kingdom Plantae. Next part, the pteridophytes. We already discussed about different types of algae, bryophytes, then the pteridophytes. Pteridophytes, gymnosperms and angiosperms. The plant bodies are diploid. In case of algae, fungi and bryophytes, the main plant body is haploid with a half number of chromosomes. From pteridophytes, gymnosperms and angiosperms, the plant body is diploid, that is with a double number of chromosomes, 2n number of chromosomes. Pteridophytes include horsetails and ferns. Horsetails and ferns. Here is the picture of different types of pteridophytes. They are horsetails and ferns. They are the first terrestrial plants. They are known as the first complete terrestrial plants to possess vascular bundles, that is conductive tissue, xylem and phloem. In case of algae, fungi and bryophytes, there is no conductive tissues like xylem and phloem. But from pteridophytes, the xylem and phloem are developed in their plant body. The first terrestrial plants possess vascular bundles with xylem carry water and phloem carry food materials. Habitat of pteridophytes: cool, damp, shady places. Habitat: cool, damp or marshy, shady places. The dominant phase of life cycle. These are dominant phase of life cycle is sporophyte, that is spore bearing, with a double number of chromosome, 2n number of chromosome. Dominant phase, sporophyte. Sporophytic stage is the dominant phase of life cycle. Dominant phase of life cycle, sporophytic stage. Here alterational generation also occurs, that is in the life cycle of all bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms, etc. etc. They show alterational life cycle, that is sporophytic phase alternate with the gametophytic stage. Plant body differentiated into root, stem and leaves. Root, stem and leaves. Plant body with definite root, stem and leaves. But in case of bryophytes, they are known as rhizoids and fronds. There is no complete leaves or root or stems are not seen in bryophytes, but in case of pteridophytes, complete structure of root, stem and leaves are seen. In Salaginella, this is the picture of Salaginella. Small microphyllus are the leaves. Leaves are known as microphylla. In ferns, the leaves are known as macrophylla. Large leaves. Leaves. In Salaginella, known as small microphylla. In case of ferns, leaves are known as macrophylla. Sporangia, subtended by leaf-like appendages called sporophyll. Here, we can see the life cycle of pteridophyte. Example, fern. This is the fern. We can see the life cycle of fern. This is the plant body with root-like. This is the rhizoid that parallelly growing through the surface. Rhizoid with roots. These are the roots. This is the rhizoid. These are the roots. Then these are known as rachis, and this is the fronds with leaflets. Pinnately compound leaves. Leaflets. This is the frond. This is the main rachis stem. Main stem. The younger leaves are coiled in structure. Brown scale leaves are seen on the rachis and rhizoid. Then, if we take a CS cross section of leaflet, this leaflet, that is known as frond, and examine under the microscope, we can see this elaborate structure. This is the upper part and this is the lower part of the frond. We can see sporangium. Sporangium with sore, group of sporangium known as sore. These are the sporangium, group of sporangium known as sore. Within the sporangia, spores are arranged because within the sporangium, meiotic division, that is the reduction division occurs and haploid spores are formed in the sporangium. The plant body is diploid, leaflet also diploid. Within the sporangium, meiosis or reduction division take place and haploid spores are formed. These haploid spores shed into the soil and these haploid spores germinate in the soil. These haploid spores germinate into the soil and form green multicellular heart-shaped independent body in the soil that is known as prothallus. Within the prothallus, on the upper part, the female part archegonium with the egg cell, haploid egg cell seen. Then in the lower part of the prothallus, antheridia, that is the male reproductive part organ with haploid anthrozoids. These anthrozoids are flagellate and they swim into the water and enter into the archegonial neck and fuse with the haploid egg. These haploid anthrozoids fuse with haploid egg to form diploid zygote. This diploid zygote germinate to form next generation. Once more, this is the life cycle of fern. Plant body is diploid. This is the plant body. If we take the CS of leaflet, this is the microscopic structure. The lower part of the leaflet, we can see this the sporangium with this is the sore, group of sporangium. Within the sporangium, diploid sporangium, meiosis or reduction division take place and haploid spores are formed. These haploid spores shed into the soil and germinate to form an independent prothallus, heart-shaped prothallus, multicellular, green color, photosynthetic. Within this prothallus, archegonium and antheridia, female and male reproductive organs are developed and anthrozoids are male gametes formed in antheridia and egg cell, that is the female gamete produced in archegonia. These anthrozoids enter into archegonia and fuse with the egg cell to form diploid zygote. Within this prothallus, diploid zygotes are formed. All zygotes develop into new plants. This is an example of fern. Ferns, life cycle of fern. Then, if we take the horsetail, example of horsetail, Selaginella. Selaginella is an example of horsetail. Here we can see another structure. If we take the section, these are the sporophylls, sheet-like sporophylls that enclose microsporangia and macrosporangia. These are the sporophylls. This is megasporangium, sporangium with megaspores. These are microsporangium with microspores. The enveloping part, rat-like part, is known as sporophyll. The sporangia subtended by leaf-like appendages known as sporophyll. Is sporophyll completely arranged called strobili. This group of sporophylls completely known as strobili. This total part is known as strobili or cones. This type of reproductive part is seen in Selaginella and Equisetum. And also in Equisetum. Meiosis takes place in spore mother cell or sporangium, and spores germinate into soil, give rise to minute, small, multicellular, free-living, photosynthetic thyroid gametophyte called thallus, prothallus. Here the spores are shed into the substratum and developed as prothallus. That is a gametophyte. Meiosis took place in sporangium. Fertilization, that is anthrozoids and egg cells, fuse here to form diploid zygote. In majority of pteridophytes, all spores are similar in size, but in this case, two types of spores are formed. In this case, two types of spores are formed. Meiosis took place in sporangium. In microsporangium, microspores are formed. In megasporangium, megaspores are formed. In this case, these megaspores produce female plant and microspores produce male plant. In this case, megaspores retained on the parent sporophyte. Fertilization and young embryo take place within the female gamete. This is the precursor of seed formation. In Selaginella and Salvia produce two kinds of spores, macro and microspores, so known as heterosporous. Selaginella is known as heterosporous. They produce two types of spores. Megaspores germinate female gametophyte and microspores germinate to male gametophyte, that is male plant body. In some cases, megaspores retain on the parent sporophyte. In some cases, not in this case, in other cases, the megaspores, that is female spores, retained in the parent body, that is sporophytic part. Fertilization and the young embryo take place within the female gametophyte. They never shed from the plant. This is the precursor of seed formation. It is an important step in evolution. This is one type of development. This is heterosporous condition. Female spores germinate to female plants and male spores germinate to male plant. But in another cases, the megaspores retained in the plant body and develops to embryo, and post-fertilization changes occur within the plant body. So that case is considered as the precursor of the seed habit, and it is the important step of evolution. Then classification of pteridophytes, Lycopsida, Phenopsida, then Pteropsida. Examples: Selaginella, Lycopodium, here Equisetum, Dryopteris, Pteris, Adinantum. Now complete the pteridophytes. Then we discussed about gymnosperms. Gymnosperms. They are known as naked seeded plants. They are known as naked seeded plants. The ovules and seeds that are not covered within the fruit. They are formed inside the cones and exposed to air. So they are known as naked seeded plants. Usually the trees are medium sized or shrubs. But giant redwood tree, Sequoia, is one of the tallest tree species. Sequoia is one of the tallest tree species. They usually shows taproot system. We know the taproot system. Roots with branches. In Pinus, this is the picture of Pinus. In Pinus, the fungal association seen in the root system, that is known as mycorrhiza. In the root system of Pinus, the fungal association, that is mycorrhiza, seen. Mycorrhiza is the association of fungus within the root system of Pinus. In Cycas, this is the picture of Cycas. In Cycas, small coralloid roots are seen that associated with nitrogen fixating cyanobacteria. In Pinus, mycorrhiza are seen. Mycorrhiza, the fungal association seen in the root system of Pinus is known as mycorrhiza. But in case of Cycas, small coralloid roots are seen. Coralloid roots of Cycas associated with nitrogen fixing cyanobacteria. We already studied about the cyanobacteria. Cyanobacteria and bacteria are the members of kingdom Monera. We studied about the cyanobacteria in first lesson. So in case of Cycas, the coralloid roots of Cycas and are seen and to fixing cyanobacteria. In Cycas are unbranched like coconut tree. Cycas are unbranched, but Pinus, Citrus, etc. are branched. Pinus and citrus, etc. are branched. Leaves may be simple or compound. Leaves may be simple or compound. Simple with one foliage part, compound with multiple foliage parts. Leaves adapted for surviving extreme climatic conditions like temperature, humidity and wind. Leaves are adapted for surviving extreme climatic conditions like temperature, humidity and wind. In conifers, needle-like leaves are seen. In conifers, needle leaves reduce the surface area, reduce the foliage area with a thick cuticle and sunken stomata, helps for reduce water loss. These are known as xerophytic condition. Leaves are reduced needle shaped in case of conifers and with sunken stomata. To check the evaporation rate of water from the plant and survive from the extreme condition. This is the adaptation of conifers. Here is the picture of Ginkgo biloba fossil plant. Then we discuss about the reproductive parts. In Pinus, reproduction. In Pinus, male and female cones, that is also known as strobili, born on same tree. Male and female cones or bunch of cones known as strobili are born on same tree. Male and female cones are born on same tree in case of Pinus. But in Cycas, male and female cones are produced in different plants. There seen male plants and female plants. In male plants, male cones are produced and in female plants, female cones are formed. If we take draw the picture of male strobili with sporangium. There are groups of strobili are seen. Male strobili. This is the picture of male strobili with male cones. These are male cone. Then if we draw a rough picture of female cone, woody female cone of Pinus. This is the female cone or strobili. If we take one piece of this strobili that look like this is the microsporophyll. This is the piece of male strobili with microsporophyll. This is the microsporangium. the plant body is diploid. The sporangium also diploid. Meiosis or reduction division took place in sporangium to form haploid microspores or pollen grains. If we draw an ovuliferous scale, that is the female scale, an ovuliferous scale with, this is the ovuliferous part, then here is the megasporophyll. This is the megasporophyll with two ovules. This is one piece of female cone. That is, this is the megasporophyll and this is the megasporangium or ovule. Division took place in megasporangium to produce egg cells, haploid egg cells. These ovules, the megasporophyll, that is ovuliferous scales with megasporophyll, the ovules are exposed to air. Then pollen grains, that is haploid pollen grains, shower into the female cone and fertilization took place in female cone. That is, the male gametes from the pollen grain fuse with the egg cell of the ovule to form diploid zygote inside the female cone. Again, the haploid microspore or pollen grains shower into the woody exposed female cone and the pollen grains fuse with the egg cell of the ovules and fertilization, that is fusion of male and female gametes, took place inside the female cone. Then after fertilization, that is the fusion of gametes, the ovules develop into seed. Ovules change into seeds, that is sometimes winged seeds, and these seeds fell into substratum and germinate to new plants. Once more, the female strobili or female cones arranged in bunches on top part of the long branches. In the lower part of the short branches, woody female large cones are formed. From the microsporangium, meiosis take place and haploid microspores are developed in female reproductive part, megasporophyll with ovules. Division take place here and haploid seeds are formed inside the ovule. The pollen grains from the microsporangium shed into the woody exposed open female cones and pollination took place. Then fertilization also take place, that is the fusion of male gametes of the pollen grains fuse with the haploid egg female cell, reproductive cell of the female part, that is the pollen grains fuse with the egg cell of the ovule to form diploid zygote. These diploid zygotes continue its development within the female cone. Then germinated seeds, winged germinated seeds shed into the soil and germinate for next generation. This is the life cycle of Pinus. Life cycle of Pinus. Next, last part, angiosperms, also known as flowering plants. Flowering plants, that also included in kingdom Plantae. Angiosperms are flowering plants. Pollen grains and ovules are developed in flowers. A typical part of flower. Here, pollen grains are developed in anther and ovules are developed in ovary. This ovary and anther are the part of the floral flower, that is the essential part of the plant flower. The male pollen grains and female gamete, ovary with egg developed in flowers. After fertilization, that is the pollen grains from anther fuse with the egg cell of ovule. They are the gametes to form zygote. After this fertilization, this is the fertilization steps. After fertilization, this ovary change into fruit and ovules change into seeds. Other parts are shed out. Then angiosperms are classified into monocots and dicots. Examples: grass. This is rose.